Hi, sixth grade. Today is Thursday, September 10th. And today we had a couple short lessons. First one was on the vowel sounds oo, oi, ah, spelled A-U, I believe. I feel like there was another one, but we'll get there when we get there. I'll double check it. And after that lesson, there was a short vowel assignment, which was page 21. We did a fluency exercise where you mimic me, and then I did a quick lesson on reference materials. So first things first, we'll jump over to our vowel sounds. Oh yeah, ow was the other one I forgot to put on there. And basically, we just talked about that if you see these little backslashes around letters, that means that you're not necessarily just looking for those letters in the word. You're looking for that sound. So usually OU says ow, so you're looking for ow. Usually OO says ooh. O with a little caret on top is going to say ah, so we're looking for ah sounds. And OI says oi, mate. So we did a different lesson on the board, but this will be a kind of one you can see, I guess, on the computer. If you read across line 1, you see gloom, spoon, proof, spooky, and rooster, and you see oo is spelled with an OO in each of those. Line 2, you have outside, hounded, grouchy, dismount, discount, and ow is spelled OU in each of those. Line 3, you have lawfully, caught, naughty, brought, and fought. And we have several spellings. We have AW says ah, AU says ah, AU says ah, OU and OU both say ah. And line 4, you have moist, cloister, sirloin, overjoyed, and employ. The oi sound is spelled OI or OY. So that's just a quick mini lesson on that. The next thing we did was practice our fluency, and we practiced this by talking in different ways. Today I am just going to read you the first 3 paragraphs, and I want you to pay attention to how my tone changes, how my volume changes, and how my speed changes. You know, if I pause, you should pause. After I read it, then I expect you to rewind me back and read it with me, trying to keep my pace and trying to read it the way that I do. And the other thing we talked about in class was one strategy you can start trying is to look at 2 words at a time. Some of you may already be looking at more than that, but your brain is getting ready to say, I'm sure. And as you're starting to say, I'm sure, your eyes should scan ahead to the next set of words. So I might be reading, I'm sure, but my eyes have already jumped ahead. And we kind of talked about how eventually your eyes will scan, I'm sure you've heard, and as your mouth starts to say that, then your eyes jump ahead to the rest of the line. So even as you're saying, I'm sure you've heard, your eyes are reading this. So we want to get to where we can group bigger and bigger words together. So today we're starting out with 2, if you can, give it a try. And this is not necessarily when I'm reading it, but maybe after you've tried mimicking me, then you can do this where you go 2 words at a time. I'm sure you've heard rumors about what happened on the playground. That one was 3, but it was easy. So just try grouping words, and if you feel good about 2 words, then jump to 3. I'm sure you've heard rumors about what happened on the playground last week. So it may be a little stilted, but The goal here is to try to train your eyes to read ahead. So here we go. I'm sure you've heard rumors about what happened on the playground last week, but I'm here to set the record straight. Eddie did in fact stand up to the bully. However, instead of using his fists, Eddie used his voice. It was the last inning of the kickball game when Joey Sanders, a gigantic 8th grader who is as tall as a house, stepped up to the plate. He kicked the ball deep into the outfield and rounded the bases a lot faster than I would have given a kid his size credit for. However, the catcher caught the ball and tagged Joey out by a mile before he crossed home plate. "I'm safe," Joey growled at us. He looked each of us in the eye, daring someone to stand up to him. Like I said, Joey Sanders is enormous, so you can't blame us when no one said a word. None of us wanted to argue with Joey Sanders, so we all turned away to go home. Everyone, that is, except for Eddie. And of course, you can continue and read the rest of this little short story. Yeah, you don't need a document for that. You can just use the video. And the last lesson that we talked about today was reference materials. And just quickly, we talked about the different kinds of reference materials: dictionaries, thesaurus, glossary, digital resources like we talked about saying Siri or Google or whoever we want to help us. Alexa, what's the temperature today? Basically, a reference material is anything, any kind of material, any information source that you can refer to help you know the meanings of words, to help give you synonyms for words. Let's see. Yeah. Mac. And there are encyclopedias also that give other information besides just the meaning of a word. And we had a sample sentence. The teens decided to defy their parents and stay out past midnight. So if you were going to look it up in a dictionary or a glossary or a thesaurus, you would find defy looks like this. So if I look it up in a dictionary, I see how to say it, defy. I see it's a verb. I see the definitions. If I look it up in a glossary, they only give me what I really need. They give me a definition that will work to help me understand the word in the sentence. And then if I look it up in a thesaurus, they're going to give me synonyms like disobey or go against. Your assignment is to make sure that you're ready for your spelling test tomorrow. Remember, parents can dojo me your score, or you can email it to me. Those are to be taken with no list. I mean, this is a real test, so make sure you have a parent who's helping you stay honest if you need to. If you're honest on your own, that's fine. Just send me your percentage that you get from Spelling City. And you also need to make sure you read for 20 minutes every single night for homework. And then make sure you have already done page 19. Some of you have not turned it in. And page 21. And I think that should do it for today. And today we have a Google Meet at 1:45. So I'll see you then.